It's ice. Oh. To all my girls, gays, and days. How's it going? It's your boy Nate. I read books because reading is sexy, and if you're not reading, you're not sexy. Somebody had to tell you. Logistics, I'm a mess. Home is a mess. I need to just spend a Sunday cleaning up. Today's Saturday though. Okay, hold on. I'm afraid this air conditioner is a little too loud. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm just behind on a bunch of stuff. I have to do my review of Shop Girl, both the book and the movie. I didn't want to do the book review until I watched the movie, hoping it would save my star review of it. It did not. That movie is atrocious. I think Steve Martin was trying to show his sensitive side, but he comes off as like white man objectifying women to the motherfucking T. That was apparent in the book, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a second shot. But it just comes off as so corny, and it just made me cringe so hard. Older man, younger woman relationship. I know. I roll, y'all. I roll. I roll with me. Anyway, gotta write these reviews. And then, okay, it's 8 a.m. right now. Okay, I have to take the books out of these. Oh my god. Yo, what's cozy? Anyone watch cozy vlogs? Cause I do. But also, my vlogs are not cozy. They're so hectic and chaotic. Oh my god. Okay, I am still reading As a Buddy Read with Simon from Savage Reads. Levy Simon. Also, it is wrapped in a book cover. I don't know what it is, y'all. I've been into book covers. In Japan, it's really popular. I think what it is that it's been so humid. I just don't want the books to curl up, and that's been a big issue. And usually I have like a little baggie to put the books in, but sometimes that fabric gets moist, and I'm just like, ugh. So I have these book covers. This one's from Kinokuniya. Super cute, but let me take the book out. God, I miss In-N-Out every single day. Okay. Yeah, Paul Takes the Form of a Mortal Girl by Andrea Lawlor. I don't really want to talk about this because my thoughts will sort of be the same. There really isn't a lot of progression in terms of what our character Paul is learning about his body. It really just is a bunch of questions. And we're just left to sit in those questions. Plot-wise, it's not very heavy, but also it's hitting home a bit because right now our character Paul has left university and is in San Francisco. Moved to San Francisco on his own with very little money on him, and the great pursuit still is trying to understand the body. And this is literally after breaking up with his girlfriend Diane, who he fist fucks. But yeah, they fist fucked to break up. I don't think you needed to know that, did you? Oh, where was I going with the San Francisco bit? And it just reminded me a lot of like me going to San Francisco for university on my own, trying to understand my own body. And I mean, LA has West Hollywood, where all my West Coast people at. But it wasn't until San Francisco that I felt more comfortable, or I wanted to understand my body, felt more comfortable exploring my sexuality there for some reason than LA. I think it's because I grew up very conservative. Catholic guilt. Anybody else? Catholic guilt plus Democratic leaning, but also Republican foundational views. You know, I grew up next to the Richard Nixon Library, okay? Like that. That part of like Southern California Republican ideals. And though my parents were Democratic leaning, it just didn't feel safe. And I never ever felt safe revealing my sexual identity in high school. And I always felt so trapped. I grew up in a time where gay was used as a derogatory word. There were a bunch of bullies, too. And, oh God, I'm not going to go into that. You're not my therapist. Anyway, I was bullied. I was bullied a lot, not just because I was Asian, but because I was a bit feminine. And because I liked a bunch of stuff that not a lot of other people liked. And anyway, I had an awful time in high school. It was an awful time, and I wanted out. And the only way I saw out was to go so far away. So I went up north. I went to San Francisco. Yeah, it was there that I found liberation. Not because I had freedom from my own parents, but freedom that was sort of wanting to capture and feel for myself as someone who just left high school and is in university all by themselves. Paul is here all by himself too. He doesn't have any friends. He meets strangers by way of fucking them. See, that's such an old queen idea too. That in the gay community, you have to fuck people in order to become their friends. Anyway, this is a bunch. See, it's so complex, this book, in that way, but it never fully gets to where it wants to be because it wants to be so many things at once. And then I'm gonna save my thoughts for when I finish this. But so far, I'm enjoying it. It's a great bit of smut. It's perfect for summer, and I'll leave you there with my thoughts. This book cover is from Muji. But this perfectly fits the Penguin Modern Classics as well as the NYRBs, I find. So if you need like a book cover just to protect your books. Anyway, doing this as a buddy read with Bibliosophie, The Besieged City, Clarice Lispector, my last one. I'm only 8 pages in, and I need to hustle my hoofies, because I think she's 3 chapters in already. So far, really interesting. It's sonically charged, and I'm trying to remember if there was another Lispector book that was like this. Everything is outwards. Nothing is interior thus far, which is interesting, because I feel like most of the times her books begin within. Sophie kindly reminded me that The Hour of the Star contains... The Hour of the Star and A Breath of Life both contain women who don't have inner lives, and it's more of someone else giving the inner life. But that's first person. This one is not first person, it's third person omniscient. That's really interesting. I think that was a interesting choice in order to exploring exterior realms to create no inner life. That was the distance that she wanted to create. Anyway, just mere impressions right now. On the roster today, though, God, we are indulging in capitalism today. Seoul really going off with hypercapitalism today because there is a sample sale at Rest and Recreation, one of my favorite brands. I feel like I talk about it all the time, so just to give you sort of a laydown of what it is, it's really like fun, sporty athleisure wear with touches of formal wear. It's a bit preppy, but not. And it's heavily inspired by Clarice without any of like the cunty girl stuff. I think it's like more 80s, 90s Clarice. Anyway, they're doing a sample sale and I'm like, okay, here I go. Gonna go drop some bends on some clothes. If anything, I just need the blue shirt from them. So if there is the blue shirt that's like heavily marked down, I will get it. And if it's not that, then it will be a long sleeve polo in navy that'll be perfect for work. So I'll get that. And maybe a t-shirt. But other than that, nothing else. Ooh. And then not too far away, there is a flea market that's happening with Veiled. And I like his vlogs, mostly because he's like super sexy. He's a model slash influencer. He does like a bunch of travel vlogs. I just like the way he color corrects his videos and seeing all the places he goes to. I just have like bookmarked for the future, all of that. Anyway, he's fine and fun and I love that. Gonna check that out because it's not too far away. It'll be in the Hanamdong areas. And then I think I'm gonna make my way over to Kyobo, the bookstore, because I am out of gray highlighters, y'all. I don't know if I like picked up like the tester versions from the store because all of them were out of ink and I went through three highlighters already and I'm just like, what the hell? I'm gonna do a restock of that and then I'm gonna get groceries because I have no groceries. Yeah, really just gonna get boxed vegetables. That's it. That's the day, really. And then really catch up with my buddy reads because I'm so behind. get in. Should be good. I'm gonna get out of the sun now because it is so hot. It's like 92 degrees right now. Yeah, okay. Is this working? Okay. Okay, sample sale done. I wasn't allowed to film in there, so also it was chaotic, so no, we got one thing. Oh my god, it was a zoo in there. Now I'm going to this flea market. Super scared for this one because I already checked socials and there's already a massive line. I'm just like, is it worth it? I'm gonna check it out. Peace. As I feared, there's a huge waiting line. I have to wait till 4:30 and it's noon right now, so I have to wait 4 hours to get to this. I think what I'm gonna do is check out other shops. Maybe go all the way to Kyoto to get those highlighters. But they're so nice. They handed out free plant collagen, which is super sweet. Alright, peace y'all.
Genuinely do at the moment feel like quite a loser. Just don't really know what I want to do in terms of work. I just don't really know. I thought that in my 30s I'd be like, hell yeah, knowing what I want to do, feeling all good, and at points I did, but now I don't. Which really is just the roller coaster of life.
Hey, hi, how's it going, y'all? Wanted to show you what I got at the Rest and Recreation sample sale. It's this dusty navy polo. I have this in 2 other colors. It's a problem, but I just find that it's like the perfect long sleeve polo. Also, I don't have short sleeve polos. I realized, and it's summer. So I'm just like, what am I doing? Howdy, y'all. I'm so sorry if you can't hear me, but I just sold stuff on Donggan Market, which is sort of like Craigslist for selling stuff, but a lot more chiller and less scary because it's Korea and CCTV is everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the Besieged city right over here. And I wish I brought my other stuff. I was literally just going to meet this guy to sell something, and that was it. But here I am, because really all day today I just need to like edit a bunch of stuff, just like writing stuff. I just haven't been doing home stuff, but quick pick me up. I already had like 2 cups of coffee though. But yeah, let's go. The fact of the matter is, I'm an adult loser. To my girls' gays and days, does anyone else feel like an adult loser? It was Brittany Bathgate, whose recent vlog. She had said something about being an adult loser and playing comparisons as to who she is and against her friends and just her peers and the things that they're doing and achieving, and just being in this place of like, not that. I'm there. It's awful. I have these like awful pimples on my neck, and I just bought this as like a comfort toy because when I get super stressed, I like pick at my neck and at my skin, and I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. But like when you're in the moment of stress, so I literally just bought a fidget toy. But also I really wanted these when I was in Japan. And I was just like, I'm an adult. What am I doing like buying Studio Ghibli Hot Wheels? Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. It's not that I don't know what I'm trying to say. But we'll say, oh, I know what I wanted to say. At the cafe, I finished The Besieged City by Clarice Lispector, and I'm technically still buddy reading this with Sophie from Bibliosophie. See, the thing is that I love Lispector so much because she brings so much sense into life. There's so much of life I like have no idea how to make sense of. And that's just been my entire life. And I'm sure it's like for everybody on the planet, right? It ends beautifully with a harsh review of the book. And then years later, Lispector wrote a response to it, basically explaining her book to this critic, which is so funny and silly, but also it was quite helpful actually. Because by the end of this, I was just like, what is this? As with any Lispector book, but she explains herself and everything just sort of clicked. She writes, impression already is expression, and some lines later she says, the way of looking gives the appearance to reality. And the whole book is just centered around this idea of like, what is your presentation, what is your representation, and how do others perceive that? And if the perceptions offer anything, if they add up anything to your who-ness, to your sense of self. It's funny to think about it, but it's just like, you really can't exist without other people, because you exist because other people see you, other people perceive you, other people register that you exist. And maybe sometimes if you disassociate, that doesn't necessarily click in the head real quick, but it's just so odd. This is also, like, I just hit 5K, where I, like, 5,200, and it's odd to think that, like, I don't know if y'all bots, but like 5,200 people perceiving me adds up to my who-ness, not to mention the countless anonymous strangers that saw me today. And I don't know, I just felt so far from myself, yet so close, that I just like started crying at that chain cafe. And I had to text Bibliosophie, because I don't know, Bibliosophie is just a wonderful, beautiful human being, and always such a joy just exchanging thoughts. But yeah, I had to take like a really long walk, and then the walk ended up at my local E-Mart, and that's where I bought these toys, because I just felt like I needed to hold something, have a little silly toy with me wherever I go. I think this one will be it. Also, I just got this one because Porco Rosso, definitely an underrated Studio Ghibli film. Just love sort of the film noir it has. But it's like one of the lightest and brightest film noirs when we think of like the sly, smoking gentleman trying to make sense of the mysteries in his life. I really don't know how to feel about this just yet. I'm going to wait for Sophie's thoughts, but also just to let it sit and simmer within me. Also, I think I feel overwhelmed because this is my last Lispector. Like, all I have left are her non-fiction pieces and maybe the short stories. I haven't read all the short stories, but I just feel like they're essentially all the same. I mean, same with her novels, but I think her novels, in terms of length, are doing something completely different. But the thing is, I feel overwhelmed. And at once, there's a pro and con to this. The pro is, let's start with the bad news first. The bad news is, I haven't been feeling a lot in my own life, I want to say. Meaning, I've been kind of jaded, but also I feel numb to everything. Just because I just feel like a loser. Like, I don't know if this is what I want to be doing for the rest of my life, and I always claim that I'm a writer, but I'm not doing any of the writing, and the thing is just, it's not coming either. And so I retreat to books, and moving into the pro is, I've been coming into books and films for feelings, to feel, or in order to feel out of life, if that makes any sense at all. Like, I'm not feeling life, I have to use fiction as a means to feel something. It's almost as if it's like a drug, and I'm abusing it. I'm gorging myself. I'm over-reading. But then at the same time, it's just like, have been reading a lot of things in terms of stuff that I have been stealing and sort of incorporating into what I am trying to write. But it's just not like my writing life either. It's just like my 9 to 5, and I'm just like, what if I do go into publishing? Like, what if I try to go into publishing? Because that's essentially my question is anyone who is in publishing, can you make like reading your entire life, and if like you lose the joys of reading? That's the thing. Like, I've never ever wanted to make writing my 9 to 5, because if I knew I did, I would lose passion in writing. And if you're new to the channel, writing is a way I understand the world. It's my religion. It's how I perceive the world. It's how I come into it. And so when I'm at a loss at that, sort of like a loss of faith, then I'm really nothing. I'm nobody. I'm the adult loser. Anyway, I think... Okay, well, let's move into the pro. The pro is I feel so much. And knowing that I do feel so much means I still have a heart, and it still works. And I'm reacting to a piece of work. So it's doing something to me. Something is stirred in me. So the feelings, they exist as much as I do. And that's beautiful in a way, I think. Don't hold me accountable. That may be the coffee talking. I'm spiraling. Honestly, after this, I want to take a nap. Just so, nothing moves. Everything is still. Nothing moves, and I'm not conscious for, an hour or two. I think that would be nice. A nap. I see those TikToks all the time. It's just like, oh, all I want to do is just read books, drink coffee, and wear cute outfits. Is that it? Is that all I really want to do? Is that all? Is that it? Am I asking for too much? What is my contribution to society? Okay. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm going to stop now before I sound insane. And move on. Because we've got stuff to do. Alright. Well, if anyone needs to know what's going on inside me head, that's it. Woo! Actually, though, y'all, I've been thinking about Wingstop. If you want to know where my hopes, dreams, and desires are, they're at Wingstop. And I forget that there is a Wingstop in Gangnam. So, one of these days, I think I have to happen over there. Oh yeah, also, that's what I've been dreaming about. If I ever go back to America, first stop, Wingstop. I don't have a favorite sauce. I like them all pretty equally. What I like is I like getting all the sauces, or if I'm with a group of people, they get different sauces, and then we just use each other's sauces. But I love the ranch. The ranch is good. You're all gonna hate me for this, but I like the boneless. I'm sorry. I just don't like eating chicken off the bone like that. I ain't a dog, okay? I may be a bitch, but I ain't no dog. That's the facts. Yeah, I get boneless. I know. Disgusting. Like who? Because we don't know how that meat is processed, and I don't need to know. Don't let me know. I don't care. I love a chicken nugget, and I like boneless wings, which makes no sense at all. That's like a oxymoron, isn't it? Why did I talk about Wingstop? Oh, because I want to go. Eventually I'll get there, but who the fuck am I? Getting a fucking fidget toy. Oh, Lord almighty. I'm an adult, Jesus. I'm an adult loser. I think that's what this vlog will be called. It ain't all gumdrops and rainbows here. We'll promise you that. God, these are so well made. Like, texture, like the glass. Like, I don't know if this will show up. There's like an inside to the bus and there's windows. And it's like painted perfectly. It's made in Vietnam. Pride. But look at that. It's so adorable. I don't know why I didn't grab this sooner. I love this so much. Maybe I'll watch a Studio Ghibli. I'll rewatch a movie tonight. Chat, let me know. Chat, let me know. What's your favorite Studio Ghibli movie? Mine is Princess Mononoke, but I don't like rewatching it. It's just, it gets too long and then I forget. It's like a big message on environmentalism and sure, hoo-ha and all. Yeah, I don't know. It's really why did I just say it was my favorite and then bash on it? Coffee talking. The boy and the girl in the film, they don't get together. They just have like a friendly relationship and that's what I like. The other ones, I just feel like they kind of like fall in love with each other. I'm just like, does everything have to be so heteronormative? Can't they just be friends? Second favorite, I don't know, they're all just great. Ponyo's great too. It's literally just The Little Mermaid though. That fucking salmon. Because it's just visually so beautiful. Like, it's not really heavy in terms of like message. Is that also environmentalism? Visually, it's just so beautiful. When Ponyo meets like her mom for the first time, and then everything under the waters. When it first came to stream, I would just like play it in the background because it's just so beautiful. Okay, that's all I want to say. All right.
That's not just friendship, that's romance too. And we like music we can dance to. Sit me down, shut me up, babe. I'll calm down and I'll get along with you. There is a time when we all fail. Some people take it pretty well. Some take it out all on themselves.
Tell me why I'm always running late. I'm going to meet Cari to do a book swap. And yeah, just do some reading, talking, and it should be nice. I'm late. About 20 minutes late. So I'm hustling my hoofies in this heat. Y'all, still an adult loser. And let me tell y'all, I think I'm doing pretty good for someone who only slept for like 2 hours. Alright, let's go see Cari. No. Put a hat on. I did not like my hair today. Okay, I'm realizing that this is just gonna be a jumble of a jumble. I don't know what kind of video this is gonna be, guys. I think I like did sit down recordings twice, and both of them were 30 minutes, and I'm just like, I do not want to put out anything more in terms of like sit down talky time, because it's gonna be too much. But just quickly, okay, I went out Saturday, no, what was that? I think it was Friday night, and then I didn't expect to stay as long as I needed to, but, well, I, like, slept for 2 hours, then met Cari. Lovely time. Bookswap. Oh, look, I need to show you. Hold on a sec. Okay, real quick. She handed back All Fours Miranda July. We love Miranda July. So happy that she enjoyed it as well. Quick check-in. Does it still hold up as one of my favorite books of the year? Yes, because there's actually a lot of it that I don't remember, but I think it's the sentiment, and it still holds up, and I think maybe it holds like 7th or 8th place for me. We'll see. She gave me this Adania Shibli book, We Are All Equally Far from Love. She wrote Minor Detail, and I've been wanting to read that so badly. Cari said some wonderful things about this, so excited to do that. She also sent over Ann Patchett's Bel Canto. From what she described it as, feels so far removed from all of her other books in terms of plot, so very, very curious to see how this plays out. And then she handed over The Chronology of Water by Lydia Y.
Yanevich.
Lydia Yanevich. Yeah, I've been wanting to read her for a while now. So, yeah, very curious to see what this is about. And if you look closely. And then before we parted, we got this fruit sando. Look at this. I forgot what it's called already, but look at that. Isn't that, oh my god. Look at that. Isn't that delectable? We've got a cherry, tangerine, kiwi. I don't know how I'm gonna fit this in my mouth, but we're gonna make it work. Yeah, what else did I want to say? It's Sunday. Friday night was great. Went to my favorite bar, met up with old friends, and then meet new friends at my favorite bar. And yeah, Gage, Evelina, if you're watching this, love y'all. Wish I had more dancing videos of us, but y'all too cool. Too cool. And Evelina's great because she doesn't have an Instagram, and I was just like, what if I just delete my Instagram? I can't. I really can't. But I think about it all the time. I'm just like, I want a fresh slate, and I just want to delete everything. Yeah, I got home from the club at like 7, I want to say, and then slept for 2 hours, and then made it all the way over to Cari in like Mapolgu's Hodemoon area, and I was just like, why did I choose the farthest cafe to do a book swap? So I went all the way over there and then have to haul all these books back, and it was a lot. And then, yeah, literally I came home, put my fruit sando sandwich in the fridge, and then drank like a giant thing of water, drank my entire Awala bottle of water, and then slept for like, what was that? Got home at like 7, and I just slept. I literally just slept, and woke up at 8. And yeah, got a Cari vlog on, just about done with it. And oh, here, did a bit of reading, doing August Blue with Simon from Savage Reads. Deborah Levy, my first, y'all. I'm on page 76, and I came across these 2 wonderful lines, followed by a third, that I highlighted, okay? I'm gonna read it to you. I think this is in B-roll with Cari, because, like, the moment I read it, I turned to Cari, I was like, Cari, let me rant about this a bit. But it goes, my words were smaller than my feelings at the moment. I had spent my life finding diplomatic words. Am I a diplomat then? Are you fucking kidding me? And what put me off about Deborah Levy for the longest time, and just like reaffirmed it too, is that, who was it? Nor's bookshelf? Nor, I love you, but I forget. What's your name? I think it's Bookshelf. I am right, aren't I? It is. I'm right. Either in a video of hers or on her Instagram, I saw this line, I was just like, cringe. So I was like, it's worse than alliteration in a book, you know? What was it? I think it was Franzen in an interview talked about how at the beginning of his career, or like at the beginning of any writer's career, you love alliteration because it's the love of language. And you should have fun with it. I think it works in some regards, like sometimes Baldwin does it, but like he creates jazz in his writing, so it makes sense that alliteration happens. Sometimes Lispector does. Anyway, alliteration is fine in very small amounts. But there's also this other kind of writing that I find in like early stages of poetry that I just detest. Like I hate it to motherfucking T. Like anyway, Nor had posted this passage. I think it's from her little trilogy where it goes something like Mumbai, mum, bye, as in like mum as in mom and bye as in goodbye. And I was just so cringe. I had spent my life finding diplomatic words. Am I a diplomat then? Ew! Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Just the questioning of that is just so cringe on a level where it's like, no. Homegirl, you are a pianist with blue hair. Do not consider yourself a diplomat. Ugh. Gross. See, I love the 2 lines there. My words were smaller than my feelings at that moment. Beautiful. I love that. I had spent my life finding diplomatic words. Love. That's fine too. There's this politeness and reconfiguring of what language means to our narrator. But then to have the question, am I a diplomat then? Hard pass. Silent, I'm sorry. I'm not having a very good time, but I'm not really strongly invested because it is a very atmospheric book. It's very summery, and I love that. And I actually enjoy sort of these high elite worlds when we have someone like a pianist. I love, like Lydia Tarr, love that. Todd Haynes, is that Todd Haynes? Or Todd Fields? Oh my god, I always get them mixed up. Who is Todd Fields? I just said a name. Is that even a person? Okay, Todd Fields is a person. Oh wait, is it Todd Field? Oh my god, it is Todd Fields. Who's Todd Haynes? Which one is Todd Haynes? Okay, Haynes is May, December, and Carol. I have to always remember that. And Fields is Little Children and Tar. Anyway, both incredible, by the way. I love both Todds. They're wonderful. Good Todd. I love a good Todd. Tar, just like the life of a musician and that high glam world. Anyway, it's fine for now. No one told me that this was a pandemic book. Anyway, it's like lightly a pandemic book. I'm just like not into it. Let's see, what did I say about pandemic literature and sort of the canon of it, creating its own canon? I mean, yes, registering it as a very important, maybe I'll recall all of this back. It's just like so heavily saturated within the now that I just don't think we have enough I don't know. I was going to say emotional distance from it, but I get it. It's such a beautiful incubated time to write in, but I don't know if we should necessarily, I don't know, because historical fiction. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I probably need more sleep. I think this is how I'll close out. Am I still an adult loser? Yes. But you know what? I'm gonna own it. What is a loser? A person who loses. I have so many losses. And the wins come, every so often. But you know what it is? It's that thing that I'm forgetting, and it's gratitude. And I'm so grateful. Having, spoken to Cari and just, sitting down and talking talking about the minutiae of life and just, really centered myself. I'm more of a loser than a winner, I think. My entire life has always been like that. Now more than ever does it feel like I'm a loser. And that's fine, because I also felt this way, I think. If I'm to recall, 15, 16, I felt like an immense failure. I'm so full of failures. But you know what? It's that thing that John Waters always says, a no is free. And you know what? All these little failures add up in some way and create the character that I am. At 16, 15, maybe I did not know that. Maybe I heard it all the time, but not fully realizing. But how can you fully realize something at 15, 16? Maybe you fully realize it in feeling, but I think with emotional distance and maturity and all that jazz, maybe, but still loser. Y'all, certified loser here. Why am I not the New York Times bestselling author at 20? Was always hoping. Past that now. Past. But you have those great artists who realized themselves and their art late in life. And that's fine too. I don't know. I really don't know, y'all. You know what's funny is that, like, all of this to say, if you're feeling like a loser, own it. Be grateful for that failure, because that failure, I think, will end up putting you somewhere in the big world, on the map. Map of your feels, map of your life. Anyway, I'm just saying a buttload of nothing, I feel like. Speaking to an ether. So I'm going to cut you off here and say thank you for watching. Thank you again for 5K. I don't fully know how to thank every single person, but, like, this is my life. I'm presenting it. Here's all my thoughts on books. I'm real. I'm a real person. I just think it's kind of crazy sometimes that, like, be it what I was at 1K or, like, 5K, I don't know how to fully, like, conceive that. I don't know. I really don't know how to. Because, like, anyone else where it's like, I know in my lifetime for a fact that I will never fully conceptualize what $1 million looks like. Just saying. I like to be real. Even, like, maybe $500,000. Like, the price of a house. I'm just gonna say that. The price of a house I will never actualize in my entire life, because I can never imagine that number. When I saw, like, the tuition for school, I was just like, is that even a real number? Like, is that even... Oh, it's like, that's monopoly money at that point. Like, that's not real money. Money is not real. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I can't. You know what's real to me? You know, spending $9 at McDonald's. That's real. That $9, real as fuck. But, like, even $500,000 to me, it's just like, in my lifetime, I will never get there. Just with, like, if I'm looking at my net value as a person, like, yeah, I'm, like, deep down in student debt, y'all. Just to let y'all know. That's why I've been, like, on a major book buying ban, because I was just like I'm fortunate and privileged enough to have NetGalley and to read books before they get published, and then just, like, works in the library sentence kind of thing, where it's just like, you know what, I don't need to buy that book, let me find it at the library first. But if it's not at the library, it's in NetGalley. Is this too much? I think I'm talking too much. You're not my therapist, Jesus, or my financial advisor. Yikes. Y'all, be well, do good work, keep in touch. I've spoke too much. I need to get out of my head. That's for real. Alright. Love ya.
Sit me down. Shut me up. I'll calm